Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another installment of the State of FEH Podcast. I'm your host, DTM, and I'm joined by Oblivion and Joe from FEHology, as always, on this 41st installment, and unfortunately, the last installment of the State of FEH, because FEH has been completely overshadowed by Fire Emblem Shadows. It's such a shame, but it's been a good ride for FEH.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knew Fade 2 would shadow drop, right? That's crazy.
We had like a direct where they could have released this Fire Emblem Shadows thing, but they didn't. And so I sort of wonder what the thought process was behind that.
Do I want to jump into this? Like, is this the first thing? Like, let's get into this. Oblivion, How are you feeling about this?
So I might have been addicted and played for like 7 hours straight.
Whoa. I saw you post that you got Dimitri. I didn't know you spent 7 hours for that.
Not only do I have Dimitri, I have a maxed out Dimitri. The only thing I'm missing is his preference weapon, which I can't get because everyone on the auction house is stupid and doesn't know how money works. So, but my Dimitri's maxed. Like he is, he's almost perfect.
Nice. Did you like playing it for 7 hours?
I've been having fun. I don't think it's it's not FEH, right? Like it's not your complex ultra. Let me think of builds and teams and stuff like that. But there are builds, there are strategies, there are little nuances, right? I think when you first play it, you don't catch a lot of that. There's different builds for healing. Swapping is really, really big once you get to high rank. I'm at the max MMR, so my MMR drops when I lose now. So there's a lot of strategy and there's a lot of different builds, and all the characters have unique abilities, so it makes it so that there's ways to build your characters, which is fun. And deception is not easy. It's difficult to tell who's lying because once people actually know what they're doing, they don't make it obvious. But I don't think this is a crazy depth thing. This is a game you're I'm bored at lunch, I need to go to the bathroom. It's that kind of game, right? It's not the game you're spending hundreds of hours thinking about with FEH, right? I wouldn't make a YouTube channel about it. That's why.
I'm kind of feeling the same. Like my initial impressions were not good. Because I think in true Nintendo form, the tutorial and the explanation of everything was terrible.
Yes.
It was really, really bad. And as I'm getting into it though, and just like you said, I'm having fun. I kind of like that it's not super in-depth. Something that I have to spend hundreds of hours on because I already have that. I don't need another one of those.
Right.
But I mean, just like you said, this is the perfect toilet game.
Yep.
I think
it's fun.
Yeah, I would put it the same way. I think if I played it for 7 hours straight, I would get bored of it really, really quickly. Not gonna lie, but doing it once in a while, it's quick popcorn, a popcorn game that you just pick up whenever you're bored. I will say they lie to us. It's not actually Fire Emblem Among Us because Among Us, the social deduction aspect actually matters a lot. Whereas here, I just feel like the current modes format kind of makes the social deduction aspect of it put on the back burner compared to the actual combat. Yeah, because there's only 3 people with 1 round, so there's the setup is there's 1 imposter and 2 allies, I guess, and so there's already, if you're the ally or on the light side, there's a 50% chance you'll get it right just from random guessing, which is just not great. And because there's only 1 round, there's not that sense of detective work where you have to keep track of things between the rounds. Maybe someone's sus over here, or maybe it's not. There's not that in-depth chance to trick people for that long term, in Among Us with marinating people.
Cooking people,
yeah, exactly. And which is a shame because when I heard Fire Emblem Among Us, I was super, super excited about the social deduction aspect. I thought I think in theory, Fire Emblem combined with social deduction could work really, really well. But that aspect of it, unfortunately, well, pretty much all of it is not that in depth. But like, especially the social deduction aspect was like pretty lacking, in my opinion.
The social deduction plays more into it the further you go. Like, I think my favorite thing is to injure someone and then heal them in the same move, because you get you get to do that. It confuses the ever-loving crud out of people, and you can actually rig it to where one person looks like the bad guy when you do it right. It is incredibly satisfying when that happens.
Yep. It's definitely that, and then when you get to a really late game where I'm at, like, if you lose the deduction, you are at such a big disadvantage. Like, it's crazy how much it swings in your favor because of the extra lives they get. Yeah. Because the amount of damage you're doing, like, it's completely different, right? And like, there's like something really satisfying about it, and the swapping. Like, once you learn how to swap correctly, you can do crazy things. Like, you can like do a combo where you throw the enemy in front of like their own like ally to get hurt and get hit by their own attack, and then you like heal. You're like, like it feels very good to do. Like, it's like, oh my god, like you just like completely like five-brain them. Like it's crazy. It's so much fun.
But most of the players where I'm at, when they swap, they do it completely wrong and absolutely screw over their own team.
Yes, that does happen. That happens a lot. Yeah, definitely. And it's cool that there's like different like attack options and different colors, so the different colors can take like you have to think about that, and the different heals, the different poisons. Like there's a decent amount of stuff going on, which is fun. I think the number one thing we have to think about, like, obviously I don't think this is like I said earlier, I think this is like a bathroom game. But I will say that when FEH came out, FEH was kind of a bathroom game too, right? Like, let's be real. When it first came out, there was no skill inheritance. The only game modes were story and arena, like pretty much. That was it. Right? We didn't have arena assault. We didn't have ether raids, which was the big one, right? So like you would play FEH and you'd have fun, but like you weren't ever doing crazy things like we are now, right? It was nowhere as deep as it is now. So I'm gonna keep playing it. I'll see if maybe they end up upgrading it. Like let's say like FEH, right? The big upgrade for FEH was 1 month after. That's when it really popped off with skill inheritance. So we'll see. Yeah.
I mean, my biggest hopes for an upgrade is like an expanded mode that is more than just 3 people, 1 map, or like 2 maps. I think that would be like the biggest thing. Like, make it really lean into that like social deduction aspect. Not necessarily like making it cost more or anything like that, but like make the social deduction aspect of it a lot more complex and like social deduction, like Among Us. I need my Among Us fix. I'm so sad it died, like actually.
There's Genshin Among Us. Let's go play Genshin Among Us. You can be Paimon.
we really need to set that up again among the FEH tubers.
Yeah, we will. It'll be fun. Oh man.
I don't know where exactly they're gonna take this, so I'm curious. I don't think it has the potential that FEH had, and that is I think it's always going to be a cotton candy game, but I could be wrong. And also, there's nothing wrong with a cotton candy game. I mean, they're games. We play them to have fun.
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think this was originally like meant to be a Fire Emblem game. Like, this looks like a game that they made it. They were like, how are we going to market this? No one's going to buy it. Let's throw a Fire Emblem on it. And then they did. They put Lyn and Dimitri in, and that was it. Because like everything other than that does not say Fire Emblem. Like, they literally like swapped out the god's name for Naga, and that was it. Like, everything else is so I think that's why it might feel so underwhelming at the moment, because it wasn't really intended to be a Fire Emblem game to begin with. The story. I will say this though, the story is already better than FEH's story. Like, it's not great. Don't get me wrong. It's not a great game, like great story, but it's better than FEH's story. If you get to the end, like if you actually beat the there's 2 stories. If you beat the light story, like get to the last chapter, which is like 13, I think. There's a nice twist on there. There's a nice like, oh, that was kind of cool. Like, I didn't see that coming. That was cool. Which is nice. Like, it's more than FEH, and like every chapter has like more than 2-3 lines of text. So I'm pretty happy with that already. And it's broad enough where they could go in a million different directions with it, right? So we'll see. And I guess like a different part of the conversation for this is monetization, right? I think that's one of the biggest things I've seen discussed, that this is a cash grab, right? I don't agree. I don't think this is a cash grab at all. And the reason why is they're not being aggressive enough with monetization for it to be a cash grab. Like, if you play the game, the only thing you can spend money on really is the season pass. You could buy gems, but there's almost nothing to buy with the gems. Like, you can buy tickets to reduce the cost of stuff you buy in the bazaar, but it's not like you can just buy gold with gems. Like, you can't do that. You can't make yourself like broken OP by just spending money. So I don't, if they're trying to get like a cash grab, I would have made it a gacha, right? You make way more money off that. Like, hey, you can roll and get Dimitri and Lin. People would be spending money right now. I probably would have spent money to get Dimitri, but like with it, as it is, like you're spending what? I think it's $7 to get the battle pass, which is like not that bad. Like FEH's like what, $7 or $8, right?
I mean, $7 in FEH is like what, 7 orbs or something like that. So
right.
Yeah. Like, I agree. Like, if this was a cash grab, they would have just made it a gacha. Like, hands up. You would have to roll for Lin and Dimitri. I would argue that, like, you can only spend orbs for costumes, really, besides all the discounts.
Oh, right. Costumes, too.
Right?
Yeah.
So, there's not a lot of, like, incentive for players to spend money at the moment. So, go ahead.
The biggest thing is you truly can not spend a dime and go really far in the game. I mean, that's the biggest thing. And we say that in FEH, and obviously it is possible, but there are so many ways where they try to make it more enticing to, I mean, particularly FEH Pass. Like, the ability to spark is such a big deal.
Right.
So
there's also
there is
just the RNG factor, right? The RNG factor of gacha, which like incentivizes spending. Which just doesn't have any. Well, I mean, it doesn't really have any gacha. Like, I guess like the random rewards you get, but that's not really gacha to me. You know, what I mean, that's just like, hey, you're getting rewards. But you can't spend money to get better rewards. You can get costumes, but I think the costumes are $2. I think for every costume, which is
something
like
that's
that. Pretty fair for a skin.
Different costumes cost different amounts.
Oh, okay. I haven't spent any money, and I'm at max level, max MMR, like playing. So,
except for
I honestly think this is just
bar.
like Yes, I'm missing the best weapon in the game somehow because the game hates. I got Stephen Mulligar instead. I got Mulligar. So the rarest items to drop are 7-star weapons and then character memories or whatever. That's how you unlock characters. So you get, like, technically you can free to play get Lin. It will probably just take you like 5,000 games, which is like crazy. You know what I mean? But it's possible. It's possible, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Get your horse girl Lin for all the fans.
That was the funniest thing to me. I couldn't breathe the first time I saw that. I was laughing so hard.
Was that the funniest thing, or was Derpy Lion Dimitri the funniest thing? Because those are both very funny.
I love that. That's hilarious. I love that one too. But like, the actual art for Lion Dimitri goes hard. I think it looks awesome.
Oh, absolutely.
But the sprite is pretty funny.
Yeah. I will say, I do like the art style and the art direction.
Same.
Like the styling and the lighting and all that sort of stuff. It's very striking, which I really, really like.
And the music's fantastic.
Music's great.
The Fire Emblem music's always great.
The remixes are really nice. I don't know why everyone's a furry. I still haven't figured it out yet. But I guess they heard I wanted more bee stuff, and this is what they gave me.
Yep, the monkey's paw moment right there.
Right. Have Lagoos of every type.
Hey, I guess this is the way to fulfill Oblivion's dream of getting more beast units into FEH. You'll just have like a demon banner, and
that's a good transition point. Do you think that these characters are coming to FEH? Like, will this be our first collab ever? Technically,
I will say that these OCs in this new game will get into FEH after we get the Warriors OCs into FEH. That's my prediction.
Oh, no way.
So never.
I think we'll get a promotion where we get one.
Maybe.
I think, and I wouldn't call this I would call this a collab in the same way that I call TMS a collab. Like they're kind of in the same boat. So I don't know if I would call it a collab. Now, if you really want to, you really want to ruffle some feathers, you start calling this. What are we on? Fire Emblem 17 or something?
Oh gosh,
FE17.
no.
Oh yeah. Call
I
it
think
Fire
it
Emblem
could be
18.
a collab though. Like with they do like, I don't know, Kurt and like some of the main characters. They'll probably do Lynn or Dimitri to sell the banner, right? And then on this side they give us like Alphonse or Sharena. I could see that being like a pretty cool little collab. I think you get a lot more people playing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if they did it with Dragalia's Lost, I don't see why not with Faye and Shadows. So, yeah, it'll be interesting what they do to these characters in Faye. But yeah, I just want to say...
I would say like in the next month or two we get Kurt. I'm calling it now.
I see.
And I say he's free.
I see. I guess we'll have to wait and see on that. Yeah. Along with this game, like, there is potential, but as we mentioned, right now it's a popcorn game. I will say though, I will forever take this on a pedestal. I was the first FEHtuber to successfully stream Fire Emblem Shadows gameplay. I think the only people that streamed earlier than me were The Shadow and Oblivion, and neither of them could get it to work on the emulator. So I was the first. True. I got it here, so yeah, thank you everyone for my adulations.
So I've been watching videos on it, and the one that really struck me was Emblem had one that I mean he really hated the game, but one of the points he brought up is that it is interesting for Fire Emblem to risk their brand on this, and I kind of agree with that. Like this is it's a little bit of a risky move, and I think the fact that they shadow dropped it does say a little bit about how they feel about the game. So I would love to know what exactly happened to bring this into the daylight.
I really don't know. Like because I don't think this was meant to be a Fire Emblem game. Like I really don't. Like I think it was something else, and they're like, hey, we can kind of make this a Fire Emblem. Let's do it. So I don't know like who pulled the strings to make that happen or what. I don't know. Well, maybe I made a joke on stream that the person who wrote book 7, right? Book 7.
Or book 8. 8. Yeah.
Book 8. They got fired from their job. They're like, you're doing too many furry things. We're gonna give you a different game to do all your furry stuff on. And they just sent him off to this one.
Maybe that's what happened. Yeah. I will say
that's not the joke. That's not the joke that got me. Was when you two were on and Oblivion, you said this was the this was the FE4 remake we've been waiting for.
Hey, they had 12 bloodlines. Like that. That's FE4, right? The leaker was correct. Oh my gosh.
Next month is Sigurd, and we're just all gonna fall out.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, horse Sigurd. Everyone's gonna be a horse. Oh my god.
You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first. Speaking of FE4 remakes, we of course had the direct with the FE4 remake, Fortune's Weaves. Totally FE4, guys. No. It's based on it appears to be based on either the past, the future, or some alternate universe of Three Houses. So that is interesting, going back to that like Fodlan universe. What are your thoughts?
And I think that's the safest way to say it, is we know it's in the Fodlan universe. So I am deathly afraid that it's all of those, and we're gonna do some time travel shenanigans. And this, I can't take credit for that. That's totally Infantry Pulse said that and has lived rent free in my brain since. I'm not worried because that's necessarily bad. I'm worried because that is hard to do well, and I don't know if I put that much trust in them to pull that off.
I agree. Yeah, I get like starting at the beginning, like the trailer and everything, like it was very good, but like the second I saw it was Fodlan, I'm like, oh man, this can go in a lot of different directions, right? Sothis being the time god with all the time shenanigans is like very scary to me, because time stories don't go well very often. Like it takes a very talented writer and a very well planned out game to make it work. I think a great example of that is Golbeck and Faye, right? Like, oh god, please don't do that to Three Houses. But if it is in the past, that is interesting, but there are some things pointing out that it might not be in the past. And if it's in the future, that opens up a whole can of worms about what path is canon if they decide to go like even close like in time to the future, right? So like there's a lot of things to be worried about, but also excited about, right? Obviously, so
right.
I'm in the camp where I'm excited but a little bit nervous.
Most of my folks who love to theorize on this are starting to move more and more towards alternate universe, and I don't love it, but I'll take it. That's probably better than them trying to juggle different timelines. I worry so much about that.
Right. I'm in the cautiously optimistic camp. I personally would have preferred like a completely new setting. Like I just like new stories and new things in Fire Emblem. So the fact that we're going back to a version of Fodlan is a little bit disappointing. But, you know, I do like Three Houses, Crimson Flower specifically. So I am cautiously optimistic about that. Though I do worry that like Intelligent Systems is trying to like replicate the success they had with Three Houses, but like only really evaluating Three Houses in like a shallow way, similar to like a lot of Hollywood studios do. So they're just going to like try to like, you know, okay, Three Houses has multiple routes. We'll do multiple routes in Fortune Weaves, which I do not want multiple routes. Like I'm so sick of multiple routes at this point. Or like we have this like games, like Three Houses had the Academy for half the game. We should have like Fortune Weaves be at the Gladiator games for half the story. And it's like, that's not exactly what I liked about Three Houses. So hopefully they like actually know what made Three Houses a success and not just do like a surface level parameter dump essentially. So I am cautiously optimistic, but I do have those worries at the current moment.
So let's assume that they did this for the right reasons. Okay. I think the thing that could help us is if they are saying, we developed so much lore for Three Houses, we need to explore more of that. And if that is the reason we went back to Fodlan, then I am very, very excited because they really did. Like the War of the Heroes alone, I think is a very rich topic that they could dive into. So if they did it for what you're talking about, I think that's our dark timeline. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Well, to be fair, like I think it could be both, right? Like obviously, if you see this game as the game that popped off and got you all the money, then it makes sense to go back to that timeline, right? To take advantage of that existing fan base already, right? Because obviously we've seen that fan base doesn't fully translate to all other Fire Emblem. Like part of it does, not all of it. The thing is for me, and something I brought before, is like one of the things I love about Tellius is that there's two games, right? And the two games really make each other better, right? Path of Radiance sets the floor for everything in Radiant Dawn. Radiant Dawn capitalizes on that, but also recontextualizes a lot of the Path of Radiance. And so I think if they can do that with Three Houses, do they have a winning formula, right? Like that is going to be big. Because like you said, Three Houses has a lot of foundation building. They do a lot of like, it's not like Path of Radiance where it's all foundation building, right? Mostly. They obviously have a lot of plot going on and stuff like that. But they do a really good job of setting up a lot of historical facts to go on, and they leave themselves room for different continents, like and stuff like that. So I think there's a good chance, like, you know, if they do that and they really focus on making the most of what they have, I think they have the options to make not even one sequel. They can make multiple sequels off that, right? You could do Daxda, you could do Elmira, you could do the War of the Heroes. Like there's so much there you could do. You just need to be careful, like you said with DTM, like right, not copying things that you thought were successful for the sake of being successful, right? Like make sure you put in the effort, put in the love, really take the time you need to make a great game, which they didn't completely do with Three Houses, to be fair, right? Like there's a lot of stuff with Three Houses that's not complete. So I really hope they learned lessons from that and they didn't learn the bad ones.
But the hope here is, and one of the things, Three Houses, if you look at it as the gameplay itself was anything but clean. Oh, no. And if we're looking at, you know, and even Three Houses fans will tell you that, like that's no big secret there. Maybe not. If you look at Engage's polish, and I mean the ideal world is we take that polish and we put it into the Fodlan universe, and suddenly we have, you know, that superior gameplay along with a lot of the lore. Then I get very, very hyped in that scenario.
I think one thing that leans towards that is that I think this Fortune's Weave is not actually being developed by Koei Tecmo, who did Three Houses. It's actually being done by Intelligent Systems themselves, who obviously developed the gameplay of Engage. So I think there is cause to be very optimistic that the gameplay would be stellar, essentially. So I do have a lot of optimism on that aspect.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust Intelligence. I mean, hopefully the gameplay is good, but like, man, don't let them write it. Please don't let them write it. Holy crap! Like, let's get some good writers in there, please. After their last two games, or I guess not technically, like Fates. I'm talking about Fates and Engage. I'm just be clear. Those two games with those writing, please, whoever wrote that, the mangaka, whoever, just keep them as far away from the game as possible. Like, oh my gosh.
I'm actually going to say Faye for a second, which I guess would
Faye
also be
2.
fair.
Faye 2. Yeah, all three of those. Keep them as far away from the game as possible. And then obviously, I think we've already seen in the trailer, they're going for a much more darker tone, which I like way more than Engage's like cartoony, over the top, ridiculous tone.
Yeah, we'll see. We only have. Oh, go ahead.
The magic of Fire Emblem is that balance, right? These really dark scenarios, and they have these light characters, and the combination is just wonderful when they hit it right. And Engage, it was well, it didn't hit that quite right for me.
No.
I mean, DTM will be the first to tell you. I don't think it is as bad as we sometimes put it out to be. But there were definitely some things lacking in Engage.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be the first to say I actually like Engage's story, so you won't hear that from me. But yeah, it definitely did not have the staying power that something like Three Houses has. So I think there is good cause to be optimistic about Fortune's Weaves going back to Fodlan with the established world building that you said. That's all tucked away in that one library in Three Houses.
Yes.
That no one reads.
I read it.
Sure you did.
Another one. Okay. Wow.
But yeah, we only have this one trailer though, so we'll need to wait for more information as it comes closer to the actual release date next year. I don't think we know when next year either, so it could be like January to December, which would be wild. But yeah.
Either way, 1 year is not too bad to wait. You know what I mean? It could have been way longer. Before we change subjects, because I feel like we are, who is the character you're most interested in? I guess I want to put that on record now. For me, obviously, it's Dietrich. I'm Edge Boy. So of course, I'm going to pick the edgy character.
I'm stupid, and the little girl with glasses, I'm like, what are you doing there? I've just been obsessed, and I'm not even gonna say I like the character. It's just I want to know what in the world is going on with the little girl with glasses.
I can only think of like the nerd emoji or whatever it is when I see her. I think for me, probably, I mean, after I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, I'm not going to see anything. I want to be as blind as possible. But I think so far, I think like the dancer girl I'm the most fond of. I forgot her name.
Lita. Yeah.
Lita. Yeah. Letta. So.
Letta. One of the two.
One of those. Yeah, we don't know yet.
Yeah, but we'll find out soon as hopefully they drip feed us with that information. But yeah. That's like 30 minutes of not talking about Faye. Wow, Faye really is end of life now. So sad. But killed it. I know, so sad. We also have, of course, the new banners in this very eventful month in Faye specifically as well. We can start from the top with Legendary Diamant, the first Engage Legendary that's not like Alear. And Diamant, I think, is a very interesting unit. There was like a lot of polarizing thoughts on Diamant as a unit. I guess, what are your thoughts?
After playing with him a bit, he's a very weird unit. He is very much like reliant on speed and defense, and once he starts losing those checks, things go pretty poorly. I think he feels kind of like he's waiting for something. It's almost like Emblem Mike when he first came out, but Emblem Mike was better. Like Emblem Mike just came out and he was like really strong, but you could tell like he had potential to get stronger. Diamant's like in the middle, but you could tell he could get stronger, right? Like his, if you run to like a whale Diamant, he's pretty scary, but like he scales really well with support and stuff, and so by himself he's not all that. It's like when you have the high like speed, bonuses, when you have the debuffs on the foe, stuff like that, right? That's when he really pops off. So I don't know. He's a very weird unit. I don't think he's like as bad as like original Diamant by any means, but he's pretty similar to like Ninja version. Like he's almost in that same like category where like if you invest into him, he's really good, but if you don't, he's like okay. He's not like anything special essentially.
But the thing I like about him is he does have a definite place, and he's a fantastic arena score bot. Like that is. He's a lot of fun there, and I think he fits very well in that mold. I'm with you. I've tried to use him a couple different other places, and sometimes it works really well, and sometimes it doesn't. And it just, it's obviously it depends a lot on support and everything, but it feels very much like it's just roll of the dice.
Yep.
Yeah, I think your experiences matches mine. Like he's very flip-floppy, I guess that would be the correct term. Like sometimes he just like, depending on the team, he just like is the guy that like stones walls you, and sometimes he's just like a wet paper. Like it's really, really weird. He is definitely a weird unit, as you said, Oblivion, and I do think he is waiting on something like a potential Emblem Roy ring that can like boost his defenses even more to like push him over the edge. As it stands right now, I think he's fine. Like, obviously, he's really good in an arena. And Summer's duels, I mean, he was bonus, so his usage was inflated, but you can make him work, I feel. It's going to be a little bit tricky, but I think you can do it. And again, I think with like a couple more pieces, he can be pushed over the edge, but who knows if that will actually happen, if like Emblem Roy Ring is actually good or not. So... yeah.
Well, we should mention his best mode, which is Grand Conquest, which he just absolutely dominated at. Holy cow!
Oh man, yeah, he kind of just like was a one-man army there.
Like literally, right? Like he was the last one standing. Like Chronicles is +10. Diamant was.
It was
last
him
one.
and Celine. Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. Celine, the Black Knight Destroyer. Right.
Yep. Yeah, she was putting in work. She's a crazy unit.
Yeah. Ninja Celine has like slowly like went up under the radar in like SD usage. Like it's actually pretty nice that all the ninja banners were really good. Yeah. Like slowly but surely. I think. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about. I don't know if like Diamant's gonna. I don't know. I don't know if we'll see much more of him. We'll see. Hopefully he gets like one of those stories where he turns around, but we'll find out.
I think you nailed it. It's Ninja Diamant, but he also has a set home in arena, and I think that's the little asterisk there for him.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, if he doesn't get that boost that we are all hoping he would, like he still has a home, which is more than like a lot of other units. So we have to give him props for that. So, yeah. Legendary Diamant, very weird unit. We'll see if Emblem Roy potentially will push him over the edge. But yeah, as it stands, he's nice. He's just nice. Speaking of very, very nice, we have the best banner of the entire year. That's right. It's the Awakening banner featuring the Ferox Arena attire. But it's such a shame because Awakening got screwed again because IS hates Awakening. And we only have one Awakening unit in this Awakening banner. Like, you have Marth from Arcanea. Like, what is this? It's so sad.
This is so I was talking to DTM and I was like trying to figure out why his luck with Awakening banners is so bad. And it's because of this. he has cursed himself with karma by not being grateful for all the things he gets.
Look, I'm just saying is that we deserve like a Bridal Lucina, a Summer Lucina, an Exalted Lucina to make up for this injustice that we have just suffered. Like,
stop. Oh my gosh.
Anyways, yeah, the Ferox banner I thought was pretty cool. Chrom is cracked again because we always have to have one cracked Chrom at a time, right?
Anytime Chrom starts to fall off, it's like, okay, we gotta get a new Chrom who's just completely ridiculously broken. Like, oh my god. They gave like it's crazy to look at like one alt get like almost nothing, and then Chrom just literally get the best thing from every single other Chrom in the game. Like, how do you justify that? Like, that's just nuts to me.
I think Chrom like won the mechanics lottery when they like put in his Brave version, or even way back with like Legendary Chrom, like the fact that the movement extra action thing to change fate, and I guess also back then Future Vision became associated with Awakening and Lucina and Chrom, which obviously those effects are like some of the most powerful. And then with the Brave, adding in the fact that you can steal bonuses by using that, like it'll just make any modern Chrom with those two signatures of Chrom, I guess, like it's just going to be good in general. And so, yeah, I think Chrom definitely won the mechanics lottery.
That's what I used to think, but I don't think that's even the case anymore. I feel like they just, like, the dev, there's just a Chrom dev who just loves him and gives him everything. Because, like, he has everything, right? Like, he not only does he have the really powerful assist skill, not only does he get the copy bonuses, he gives the copy bonuses to everyone else now. He has the duo Chrom cooldown support. He has the duo Lucina support. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, they literally gave him everything you could ask for. Like, it's nuts.
And he has Matt Mercer as his voice.
Maybe that's why.
I mean, it's just there is, yeah. It
like,
is absolutely unfair.
Yes, it is. It really is. Like, it's just nuts to me. Because, like, Brave Chrom was starting to finally be like, okay, he's slowing down a little bit, you know? Like, we don't really have that great of a Cav meta. And then, like, then they just released this. And I'm like, oh my god, like, it's so broken. He's so ridiculous. His assist does, like, 12 different things. And it gives 15 true damage for no reason. Like, yeah. The only thing bad about him is that he has to use repo instead of swap for SD. Yep. That's literally it.
Well, he has to use repo and it isolates him. Those are
true
things.
True, yeah.
So like, if you want to get rid of the isolation, you have to run like Emblem Micaiah. I think is the only one. I think, or maybe Emir can. No, Emir can.
Right.
Emir does it. Yeah.
Oh, Emir does it.
Emir
right. Okay, I was right first time.
Yeah. But Emir is a little more inconvenient. Well, no, I guess not with the Micaiah ring now. But yeah, anyway, sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, I think, yeah, Chrom did get everything. And an additional one being that, like, instead of just stealing effects, he shares it now with, like, the rest of the allies. So, like, I've seen people put, like, Sigurd ring on Chrom and use that to give Summer Celica an extra movement. So she becomes, like, the first ever 7 range unit in Fire Emblem, which is a term I never thought I would hear. It's tempered by the fact that Celica's combat's not that great, but still, like, the fact that you can do that with Chrom just shows that even if, like, the combat of Chrom sort of fades, he can still provide that support that granting bonuses to very different archetypes that I really, really like.
Well, look at every other Chrom, and he's gonna age like them. Like that's the level of this unit. Like he's ridiculous. He is in the argument for one of the best units in the game. Like this unit's ridiculous and does so much, and I don't feel like gets enough credit.
What?
I understand, like in the competitive circles, everyone knows exactly who Chrom is, but it's weird because when I step out of that, I feel like not enough people understand exactly how good this unit is. So
that's crazy.
I don't like everyone knows who Cam is. Everyone absolutely knows it, and I don't think the general populace understands how good Chrom is. So I think they're just
Brave.
numb.
No, I think it's because the Brave banner So many people were like
probably.
spending orbs on Brave Baron, they just didn't get a pull on the Chrom, so they just have no idea. You know what I mean? Like that's what I think probably, but like that's still insane to me because this unit's like I think if you're gonna pull, like this is the unit you pull. This is the Sakura. This is the unit who's gonna last forever. Like not forever, but for a very very long time, right?
Yeah.
Like.
I
Sometimes you just get a unit and you know they're just like freaking crazy broken.
Yeah. I think on your part, Joel, about him potentially being like underrated outside of the competitive community, I think it's also because he's not as in your face about it as like Camilla is, who, you know, just like rushes in,
It's true. Yeah.
ranges away, or like the snakes back then who are just like frustrates you for being unable to like kill the snakes. If you're not like on either end of the spectrum, it's hard to like feel as impacted when you're playing as opposed to like, you know, Camilla flying into your face. So I think that's a part of it.
Right.
Yeah. I'm still waiting on my crown because again, I've been cursed by karma apparently. So
By karma.
Yeah. I need to get this Chrom because man, I know I will just like use him all the time.
It's just like, where's your +10 dual Lucina? We gave you this dual Lucina. I don't see a +10.
Look, if I didn't spend 800 orbs for 2 copies last November, like it would have happened. So, you know, that's phase.
Well, if you spent 900 orbs, you have a +10. So, you know, you Twitter.
All right. Speaking of Lucina or Marth, I guess, we have Marth on the Feroxi banner. And honestly, I think Marth has been doing a lot better than I thought he would, or how I thought she would. Because like initially I was like very scared that her being an infantry with not that much ways to get in, but also like not really that great of a tank would like limit how people can like slot her in. It would like be awkward, but it's turning out that she's actually a really good support.
I honestly have not played with her much. I'm not gonna lie. I saw some people playing with her, but I have so many units. I know this is a wheel problem. But I have so many units that I have a difficult fitting them all on there. I've got Chrom in there. I got Veronica in there. I was like, I have no room for Lucina. Sorry, Lucina. I've been still using her duo form, so kind of sticking with that.
And I can just tell you the reports I've gotten, and they're just like you're saying, DTM. I keep hearing how she's a very very solid unit. On a different banner, she probably would have been the best unit on the banner, but she got a little overshadowed by both Chrom and, as you guys were saying, the Brave banner was there, so we kind of ignored this one. But also the concept for this banner, like I'm digging this. This is nice. I like the gladiator look. It's great.
Yeah.
I like it more if there's Astro Feroxians on it. Oh, you know, maybe.
I mean,
So what you're
Flavia
saying
really
is
got
that
robbed.
we needed more
Flavia?
awakening units on this banner. All right, I got you on my side. Yeah.
Lonku or like Basilio or Flavia, I would take any of those. Ogma looks great though. I really like Ogma's art a lot. He looks fantastic.
Yeah.
But some of the other units, I'm like, why are you here?
Yeah, why is Marth here? That's so weird. Anyways.
Oh my god.
I would tell y'all how good Marth is in SD if I actually got to use that team in the last SDS, but I'm pretty sure it got banned all the time. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have that much experiences using Feroxi Marth, but I have seen replays of people using Feroxi Marth, and I mean, again, she's mainly there as a support unit. She generally doesn't go in, although she does surprisingly get some pretty nice kills. Not to the extent of like Brave Ignithenir or Black Knight, unless you're like an actual scam showcase. But you know, she actually does pretty decently from what I've seen. And I mean, the reason why you do bring her is the support, which does really, really nice. So yeah, again, would love to expand if I actually got to use that team, but alas.
So the thing that's actually crazy on this banner, and I think Joel's gonna love talking about this, is favor.
Oh my
god.
Oh.
Yep. That is quite the I don't know how they were like, you know what's better? You know it's a good skill, detect. We should make detect better. That's crazy.
I mean, this is. We just said, is this the best B skill in the game? It's one of them. Like, this is an insane B skill. And it's that whole thing we're seeing now where they're taking skills and they're doing all of these multiple things. I was talking to someone who's trying to build a unit and they're like, I don't know if I can do this because it's not completely optimal because these 3 effects overlap with one of them and this other skill. And I'm like, that's just the game right now.
Right.
So I love this skill though. It's fantastic on Sharena.
That is true. It was like almost built for her.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this is great on Sharena.
What other units have you been finding favor to be really, really good? And not just you, Joel, but you as well, Oblivion.
I mean, I only have it on Lucina and Chrom, and it's great on Chrom. Like it's fantastic. Yeah. I want to pull more of it, but like I just don't. I can't really justify pulling for fodder.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't have a bank of fodder units
Rearmed.
right now. Rearmed or attuned units, and so I spent
Same.
all of my orbs, getting a +10 Sharena right now. So I'm
that's true. Right,
cheap.
right.
It does happen. Definitely.
Never +10 Brave units on release. That's just stupid. But it's
True.
Sharena, and I'm very, very happy to have her. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I was there first.
You were there. Yep. And hey,
Yeah,
at least you
happens.
made good content out of it, so that's always a win.
Hey. Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah, I would love to get favor fodder. That would be amazing. I think like on Ingrid, that's who I wanted on.
Yes.
Ooh.
Lets her keep her like pretty solid combat. Like she only loses a little bit of combat power, but she gets way more support, and that's really what you're using her for anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I would love that.
Yeah, it seems like they've been like really honing in on like these support skills with like things that can be like used with units with extra actions and with like Micaiah Ring. Like we had like that T banner. Obviously, if you use them as support, like all of them are pretty nice with favor. Although you probably don't want to use that on Veronica because she's a nuke. Or you can use it on like someone with like the T sword, or not T sword. What was it?
Mm-hmm. Serving knife.
Yeah, serving knife. That's what it was. You can literally put that on any of your 4-star sword units, put favor on them, and honestly, you can make them work in some modes, I guess. It'll be nice.
Definitely. It's one of those pretty universal skills to be honest.
Mm-hmm. We've talked all about this Feroxi banner, and we haven't even mentioned the supposed star of the banner, which is Fur.
Because she's not the star. Let's be real. I mean, she's cool. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think Fur and Carla get way too many banners. That's my opinion. I know I'll get hate for that, but like, especially Carla. Like, Carla is like the most non-character ever if you've played Fire Emblem 7. She's in like one chapter in Hector hard mode. Like, that's like the only way to get her. Like, I don't know why she gets this much love.
There's definitely a Carla dev in there. Like, forget Chrom dev.
absolutely.
There's a Carla dev. Yeah.
There's both, but maybe they're the same dev. Who knows? But like they really, there's just so many characters they could have put there, right? Yeah, like awakening characters or else, I mean, other characters also. So it's kind of
Just
a little bit disappointing.
whatever you do not accidentally call her Ira.
I saw that video. I was like,
Oh God. Hell rained down upon me. I had to write lots of apologies.
It's funny because like when that banner first reviewed, I thought it was Ira and Larse and not Fur and Carla. But yeah, thankfully I got corrected really, really quickly. So avoid all the flaming.
all the genealogy fans going after you.
Yeah, exactly. All 5 of them in their like little group spreading the propaganda.
All 5 of them, but they each have 20 alt accounts.
Right.
So
Poor genealogy. Oh my gosh. Your streams will have done irreparable damage to genealogy
Hey
perception.
man, I didn't do that. Kaga did that.
True, actually. True.
That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I've used them in ether raids, and like they're good. Like, don't get me wrong, they're not Camilla good, but they're good.
I think the problem is that they don't have the range that Camilla does, because they have the damage, but they don't have extra movement innately as a cav, so you have to run like Sigurd Ring on them, which obviously there's an opportunity cost to that, and that Sigurd Ring doesn't even give you 6 range, it's just 5 range, the same as like, you know, Brave Seliph back in the day. So yeah, the damage is really, really good, but unfortunately damage doesn't really matter if you can't reach the opponent in the current meta that we have. So yeah,
they're also calves, right? Like
that is
flying
true,
is
yep.
actually so nice. Also, Camilla just has like a billion good effects. Like she has so many effects you just forget she has, which is like ridiculous.
She's on a different level. I find it hilarious that we got an upgraded Galeforce and no one cares. Like it just I don't even know if that I've seen Galeforce missed on anyone. Like,
Let's be fair though, like it's the most boring upgrade possible. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's they're like, hey, let's get 40% DR. Like, oh, that's good. Is it exciting? No.
Well,
and are you going to like summon specifically for like Galeforce works just fine if you're actually going to use Galeforce. So yeah.
But it goes down in the category like this would have been amazing 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Like 2 years ago, we would have been just going bonkers over this thing, and now we're like, I mean, that's yeah. I get extra actions without Galeforce. Why am I needing this skill?
Yeah, there has been a proliferation of extra actions in the past 2 years. It's actually kind of insane to think about.
Like, not only that, like, it's not, like, they could have made it interesting, right? Like, they could have made it like, hey, you get 2 extra actions when this procs. You, like, re-enable your Canto. I don't know. Like, there's so many things they could have done. There's, like, 44% DR. Like, okay, so you're just, like, doing Armor Beacon like you did on everything else, right? You're just stapling it on there. Okay, sure.
Or they could have made it more practical and put more damage. Like that.
Yes, that too.
That actually, that would have been very simple. Yes. It would have been boring, but it would have been very effective.
It makes me afraid for AoE specials if we get upgrades to that. Yeah. It's just going to be 40% DR instead of like a cool, like, you know, upgraded pattern, more damage to it, and ignores some DR or something. No, it's just going to be, you know, 40%. Like, it's DR, so boring.
Yeah.
No, they're going to incorporate Breath of Life somehow into it.
So what happens is, you know how Deep Wounds got disabled by Divine Nectar? Now it gets re-enabled because we have Evil Nectar. So get ready for that. Like,
oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. This Galeforce, I'm not excited for it at all. Yeah, like,
no.
Right.
Regular Galeforce, if you're actually going to use a Galeforce special, like, there's not really much of an incentive to upgrade to Galeforce Mist. Like, what do you actually achieve, like, upgrade-wise with that? It's only the 40% DR. It doesn't, like, factor into Galeforce plays besides, you know, the actual combat. As you said, it could have been cooler to have it re-enable Canto or have some sort of effect that helps, like, Galeforce strats, but it doesn't really, so it just feels like it's unnecessary to get. Like, Galeforce just works fine.
You could argue that Galeforce itself has been power crept. So I mean, it's
yeah.
Yep. And for free, you don't have to like do anything.
And
you
for
just
free.
get it.
Yep. Just bring your Brave Sharena, and all your units have extra actions.
No more heavy blade checks.
Man, remember when you had to do that for Galeforce plays? I remember. Like, having to fret over, like, I need to calculate my attack stat versus their attack stat. Have to calculate all the in-combat stuff. Nope, you don't need to do that anymore. It's just for free.
I remember raging over forgetting about a drive, and so it bumped it over the other way, and I didn't get that extra. Yeah, it drove me crazy.
Yeah, we've moved far from that era.
Oh, yeah.
Of Galeforce. But yeah. We also have the Fates banner that was here in the last month, and it introduced a new hero type. We always get these every September. It appears now. I think everyone did. Like, Entwined Heroes with their mechanics being like summoner and ally supports is interesting, to say the least.
All right. So I've thought a lot about this, and I have decided that what this actually is a way for you to get a different PNG on your unit. And like you get a new animation when they S+ support, and that's it. Like I have decided to ignore the fact that you get 2 extra HP and unlimited range in ally support, because it is it's so under the radar that it just doesn't even matter. It's just noise. So that's all it is. I've decided that these are PNG heroes, and that's it.
I don't even know what to say anymore, to be honest. Like I saw people saying, I saw some like opinions like, well, this is good, it's bad, and I'm like, no, because they could have just not done anything. Like, you don't have to do anything. You know what I mean? You don't have to add a new hero type. That isn't a requirement. You could just not add a new hero type, because now we have these Entwined Heroes who are going to take up slots on our banners, right? Now, how many will that be? With aided heroes, it was only 3 times in a year. So honestly, not that big of a deal. But if they keep adding them, then we're getting less rearms, we're getting less attunes, right? Those are the 2 that actually matter. And then in my opinion, like I said, it more, because at least I get to choose a stat I actually like, instead of just getting like a random stat that doesn't even help. And it's only during, ally support. Like, oh my god.
Well, I mean, the attack defense that you get out of it's probably better than Ascendant, but like you said, it feels so much better to be in the driver's seat and not have to summon this specific hero or wait for whatever. I dread the day when they actually release the attack speed one, because I mean, well, it's okay. I've got to upgrade Sharena now. Let's get this thing. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to it.
This is 100% aimed for like the completionists, like the person that loves a specific character and wants to like go all out for that specific character. They don't care. They will like get all the bouquets for their favorite character to max them out completely. Like this Entwined mechanic seems like custom geared to that. In addition, like again, you get the S+ support, so it feels like it is targeting the people that just want to lavish their characters with everything. And so, yeah, I did see like a lot of screenshots of people posting their S+ supported heroes. So, there are a lot of people that love to lavish on their favorites. But in terms of like actual effects, this is definitely very, very irrelevant, to say the least.
It's dumb, man. Like, that's just the third floret, essentially, at this point. It's so dumb. I'm, like, so over it.
To the person who posted how proud they were to finally have S+ supported Alphonse and Sharena, just no. That's... don't do that.
You say that, and you're so going to give a bouquet to Sharena once, like, the attack speed version appears.
Oh, I am, but the ally support is definitely not going to go that direction.
Right.
Let's not do that.
We're not doing a genealogy in this house.
Yeah.
What about Ash?
Other units on this banner.
Yeah. What about Ash herself? I think Ash is doing kind of better than I thought she would be as like an infantry frontline warp beacon, I guess. I don't really have a lot of experience with Ash, so I'm wondering if y'all have like any thoughts.
I've not used her at all. I saw some people saying to use her, which is cool, but like honestly, I don't know. Like I'm still mad she's an Entwined hero, because like she is an infantry beast. This was the chance to get the rearmed arcane infantry beast weapon we've been waiting for like 3 years. Like, oh my god, instead we get this.
So Oblivion right now is living the "you're the chosen one."
yes, literally. It's just so frustrating, but I don't. Yeah, she seems okay. She seems fine. I wish that she got more. Like, she gets like the reflect, but it's not the good reflect, right? Like, it's not the stacking reflect. It's like the Briar reflect. I wish what they would have done is kept the Ash warping, but gave her pass within 2 spaces, so that it doesn't like give like crazy nuke pass, but it gives you like hey, I can make cool formations pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
that would have been cool. That would have made her unique. That would make her feel like old Ash when SD first came out, right?
Yep.
That would have been cool. But they didn't go that direction, so I'm kind of like whatever.
I keep hearing, hey, she's better than you think, and anytime I hear that, I'm like, that's supposed to sell me on her. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
But I do feel kind of bad about this banner. I got Hinoka for the fodder, and we'll talk about that in a second. And I got Ash, and I honestly have not had the time to level them up because things have just been nutty. So they've just been staring at me. But yeah, that's I haven't even gotten to use them, and they're just sitting in my barracks, which feels like such a whale problem. Like that's ridiculous.
I bet. Well, I mean, DTM doesn't. He's not a whale, so what's his excuse?
That's true.
Wait, what?
No, unleveled characters.
Yeah, like it takes resources to level them up, so and build them up. So,
like 5 minutes.
Hey, those 5 minutes I could be doing something else, like
playing Fire Emblem Shadows.
Exactly. Oh man. Don't worry. I'll build up my units eventually. Trust.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna get their flowers too?
They'll have to speak to my agent for that.
Attorney.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, we talked about pass previously, but there is a pass skill that was introduced in this banner, along with a unit that is rearmed Hinoka with air superiority, which honestly to me was the most exciting part of this banner. The fact that we have pass in a B skill, and not just pass, but this B skill also allows you to basically have Celica Ring, essentially, in there as well, which is really crazy, in all honesty. The only downside is that it's only for melee flyers, and melee flyers that are not dragon and beasts, which actually does limit the pool of units that can use this, because obviously the Hraesvelgers would have been the biggest recipients of this.
Right.
But yeah, have you found any cool units you wanted to put air superiority on?
I'm afraid to use it. I only got one Hinoka, and I'm horrified to use it. Just straight up. Like, they're gonna drop like Legendary Tibard, and I'm not gonna have a copy of this, and I'm gonna cry. So like, I'm so afraid to use it at this point.
Well, I'm waiting for Peony, because when Peony comes back, I'll summon and I'll get a few there, and then I'll be able to distribute a little better. But DTM, I think you were the one who told me. But Thor is really a good candidate for that. That's an excellent one. But you said it. There just aren't that many units, and it's why this skill isn't breaking the game, because there's not as many units that really want it. But I do like Thor. I think that's a great use.
Yeah.
So my current team or current units I wanted on is Thor, Legendary Alencia, and Jill. Those are the three I really wanted on. Obviously, it's just going to make Jill and Alencia better. It's not going to make them meta by any means. And Thor, I don't think will make meta, but it will definitely make her very usable in Ether Raids, which is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As Joel mentioned, I think Thor is probably the best recipient of this right now. But we are in a huge reflex meta right now, and Thor obviously works really, really well with that, having her own reflective damage as well. The only issue previously was that she really had no way to get in, but now she does with this air superiority. It just allows you to warp her in and take out units, so it completely solves her range problem. I wouldn't say it would make her like meta or anything like that, but I do think she is one of the best users of air superiority. And now that you mentioned Peony, I just remembered I have like 3 attuned Peonies I still haven't used that are just like chilling in the corner. Maybe I should bring them out now, actually. It's been like 2 years since I got them, so I haven't used them.
Yeah, I don't have any more, unfortunately. I'm wild peonies. I'd love to have as many as I had before. That'd be great. So I would definitely.
The other thing, I think we need to stop for a second and look at the fact that Hinoka, I haven't gotten a chance to use her yet. I think she's actually decent.
Oh yeah.
Just with the stuff she gets, like I think this is a decent unit. So she's been sitting in my barracks complaining at me for not playing with her yet. But that's I do wish she didn't have I wish she didn't have the arcane curse.
Yeah.
And what a curse, man! That lance is sure something. Isn't it? Holy crap, dude! Who designed that? Like, they're like, what we'll do is we'll take the normal 14 stats, we'll divide it into 2 different allocations, and then we'll count that as the skill. Like, wait, what? Like, okay,
Yeah.
sure. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so disappointed. I waited for an arcane lance, and I obviously Lewin isn't better, but I still feel like it's better. You know what I mean? Like.
I mean, you know what's better? It's Johanna Lance. So I'm pretty sure everyone that
Yeah.
actually uses Hinoka swaps that out for Johanna Lance and calls it a day.
Let's stop and appreciate the fact that this is a weapon that scales off of effective stats, and instead of giving more effective stats, debuffs the opponent.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Why? And
I'd like-
so for all of you poor people who had to listen to my reaction to this because I was struggling. I just know that I cut out like 10 minutes of me whining about this stupid thing. I was like, well, this is just boring. No one wants me to listen. We'll cut that out. Here we go. But yeah, I was not very happy with this one.
It's just bad. Like, I'm just gonna be real. It's so bad. Like, the fact that Johanna Lance is still better is nuts. Like, that should tell you everything you need to know, right? Like,
I mean, it's interesting because like we sort of had that a similar situation with, I think it was Devoted Basket, where because we were in like a huge burn damage meta, Devoted Basket having that huge burn damage just became better than any Red Tome arcanes that IS could possibly make with the apparent restrictions that arcanes have in terms of like effects and patterns. So yeah, this is like another situation of that. And yeah, it's kind of crazy that you can just slap Johanna Lance literally for free. You just get it from the Grails, and it's better than summoning for Hinoka with orbs just to get this lance. Now you did mention, Joel, that Hinoka is actually pretty decent. I would agree. Like, she actually like packs a punch with the right build, that being the key. She just comes with like a lot of nice things like treachery, and obviously the innate blue skies, air superiority. You don't have to fodder for that, so she comes pretty nicely kitted out. And yeah, she's pretty decent, all things considered, especially considering the arcane weapon.
Yeah, just throw on Johanna Lance and you'll be good to go.
Is that going to be the advice? Just throw Johanna Lance on units?
Isn't it already?
the advice?
I guess, yeah.
I was so looking at upgrading like OG Sharena, and I saw this weapon and I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? I mean, it's not gonna work.
Yep.
Nope.
Straight up.
Yeah. We do have one final unit. Oh, actually no, there's Scarlet, but Scarlet's a demote, so we don't really count Scarlet, unfortunately. Rip Scarlet, finally in the game, only to be overshadowed by Ryoma, who I would say is probably the best unit of this batch. I mean, Ryoma's basically like Emblem Erica, but with less range, but a lot more killing power, especially in the form of true damage. So he's been used quite a bit, pretty nicely. So yeah, what are your thoughts on Ryoma?
I mean, this is an SD unit, right? Like 100%. This is like an SD unit. He does pretty good. Like, I mean, who knew Reflect would be good? I mean, no one could have told you that. But it's very, very good. He's a very consistent Eignathyr killer, and Eignathyr is a very large part of the meta, so that just makes him immediately good. Yeah, I mean, I didn't use him, but that was more based off principle than like him being good or not. Right? I just couldn't put more Fates characters into my SD brigade. There was too many already, which was 2. So I went for more Telly's characters and 3 Houses characters instead. But yeah, he's very good. He's very good. And the thing is that every single unit in the game wants Arch Rival now, which kind of sucks. Like, I kind of hate that it's that good, where it's just like, did you get the skill? Oh, you didn't get the skill. Like obviously he still works without it, but like man, he's a lot better with it. That's for sure.
Yep. Same with Byleth, a lot better with Arch Rival than without.
Right.
All right. Listen, folks, right now who are tuned into this, I want to talk specifically to you folks who are end turners and have been shamed over the course of this game for how you don't really play the game and how it's very, very hard. I understand this is your unit. This is the best Omni tank in the game. This is your only hope. Like I have seen other people who, you know, they kind of get things to work with very creative teams and just the right. This is the Omni tank that will work right now. I have been playing with him constantly since he came out, trying to get the right team around him in order to make this happen. And it is not easy because nukes are just insane right now, but this is the unit that tanks Cam. Now, does he struggle with some other stuff? Absolutely. It is not easy to Omni tank in the game right now. Run far away from T Veronica and just pick another unit. But this is a really fun unit to use if you like end turning in Aether Raids.
To be fair, I've been using Diamant as my Omni tank, and he's been doing a great job. So he has some weird matchups, but other than that, he's been doing pretty good.
Yeah,
I can use this guy consistently over a lot of different teams. So I did have to get Lena. She is. Yeah, right. This has been a pet project of mine because it's really been annoying me that people keep saying that you can't really end turn right now. So I'm like, no, it's got to be a way. There's a way. It's not cheap right now.
I don't think
I love Omni tanks. I love Omni tanks.
I just use Gatekeeper and Zenith for the Diamant, and he does decently. The good thing about Diamant is that he can be pretty far away from his team, which turns off a lot of Camilla's true damage.
Mm-hmm.
It's same thing with Ryoma. Like he's not leashed, so it's yeah.
Leashes are evil. Like they're actually the abomination of mankind.
Right now, they definitely are.
There's just so many things that punish you for being on a leash, like Camilla and Larry.
Mm-hmm.
The thing you do with this unit is you run up and you take out one of the opponents. Because, I mean, like you said, this unit can actually hit pretty hard. Especially, I mean, I obviously I've got Elm in Astra season. And so this, I mean, I can usually take out one of the big nukes. And then everything falls into place nice and easily. But this is the first hit and sit unit that I've actually thought that can work really well. Even Byleth, and I'm not going to say Byleth is bad. Obviously, I love Byleth, but I don't know that Byleth is a very good Omni tank.
No, that is not an Omni tank.
He's definitely a nuke. Yeah. I initially
amazing unit. Byleth is amazing, but this is a different role.
Well, it's interesting because like I primarily view Ryoma as a nuke as opposed to the Omni tank, though obviously he's like really, really good at it. And yeah, I do struggle quite a bit whenever I face a Ryoma unless they like decide to go in randomly when they're Thor buttoned.
That was so funny. That was hilarious. They're like, this is the moment. Just throw them in there.
So as long as you don't do that, Ryoma is like really, really tanky. And yeah, it is really hard to take him out. Although again, like because of the fact that he does have that Erica mechanic of being able to attack at 2 range, despite being a melee, I do still see him primarily as a nuke, which obviously he's really good at with like the reflex and true damage and all that good stuff. But this is a unit that can kind of have it both ways. He can both nuke and Omni tank, which I don't think we have a lot of units that can do that.
He's a lot of fun. Like right now, Sharena is my favorite unit, and I think she's a lot of fun to play with. This is my second favorite. I'm really enjoying using this guy.
Oh, nice. You'll love to see it. So yeah. Very, very interesting Fate's banner. Entwined Heroes we could have done without, but I guess it's here now for all the collectors out there. But the Air Superior skill and Ryoma himself are very, very fun additions. So yeah, can't wait to see a broken melee flyer on the next banner that we can just inherit Air Superiority to and destroy the game.
We haven't gotten a Tellius banner all year. All year. I demand Jill or Har. This is not a request. This is a demand.
We need canonical Jill or Har as a Radiant Dawn, and they're just going to terrorize Faye.
Please.
Speaking of terrorizing Faye, these Brave Refines definitely terrified us, wouldn't you say?
They did something.
I honestly forgot what most of them did. They were just like so boring, uneventful.
So okay,
lazy is the word I'm going with. That's the one for me. Listen, this was, we've talked about a lot of moments where we look at him and we're like, what were you thinking? Because these are favorite units that people voted for. And normally they're really good at like drumming up excitement and all this. And the refines are always big. This batch was so lackluster. I don't know what was going on. Brave Robin is probably like, I think he got the difference between what he was and what he is probably the biggest to me. I mean, even then, like it's just, this is a tough batch. I was really disappointed.
Yeah. I think overall Golveg probably got the best refine out of the Braves. They just focused on what she already had and just gave her more of it. With some like support, like hey, like extra plus 10 true damage support. We've seen that in Plumeria. It's pretty good. They didn't fix everything. Like they gave her no survivability. She's completely reliant on AoEs, but her exposure, like whatever it's called, like her buff essentially doesn't work with AoEs. So that's a little bit like okay. So there's that. I think Soren was Soren and he's still Soren. He's just slightly better Soren, but not in a dramatic way, right? Like it's kind of like Brave Chrom, right? Like we're like, yes, the unit that was good is slightly better now. Like okay, cool. Robin. Okay, so the problem with Robin is that we've been talking about how great Pass is for like the past year, maybe more, right? Probably more actually. And so when people saw Pass on Robin, they're like, he's a god. He's the best unit to ever exist. But the thing is with Pass is you have to be able to do things with Pass. Like you actually have to be able to kill things. And Robin's not killing much, right?
Nope.
He's not killing much. The problem is that his really unique stuff is in his C slot. And that didn't get a remix. That didn't get anything, right?
Yeah.
So I really wish that they would have remixed the skills and that would have been like more warping, like within 2 spaces of an ally would have been really big. That would have been crazy. That would have made Pass a lot better. The other thing is like the restriction in his weapon. Why is it still restricted to Bonfire and Ignis? That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of, literally ever. Like no one is using those skills. No one. Like it's such a detriment to use those skills. Adaptive damage is not a big enough payoff to use those specials. Like it's just dumb. It should have been based off like the max special cooldown. That way you could use new specials in the future, right?
Yep.
Like it's just those are the things that tell me that they were just being lazy. You know what I mean? Like
or just free.
That too. Yeah. I mean, I like the idea of like him being a high special cooldown unit, right? That's what Gambit was meant for. That's what his skill was for. But they should have opened it up so it was based off max special cooldown and then added an effect to that. So it really capitalizes on that, right? Like, hey, use a 5 cooldown special. I don't know what it does. Like you get plus 30% of your defense, as true damage, something like that. Like give him something that actually makes him powerful, right? They just didn't do that. Now Frozen's cool. Frozen's good. But why is it only at start of turn? Like, it should be after unit acts. Like, come on now, IS. You've been doing this for like 2 years now. You know how this works. Come on.
It's almost like they were too afraid, or if not lazy, too afraid to like give them the oomph that they need. Because like Frozen is a really good effect, but it can't carry like a 4-star Alyssa or something like that. Like you need to have something else, or at the very least do the bare minimum and make it, as you said, after unit acts or something, because that has been the meta, where we do have like a lot of start turn or like on command cleansing with like Emblem Micaiah and
Right.
Emir. So yeah, I don't know why they gave him pass. If I'm going to be completely honest, he doesn't have warping like at all. So it's really.
He does.
I mean, he does
He's
have.
warping in a C slot.
Yeah, he does have warping with Rally, but it's like not that great.
Right.
Well,
now.
he has warping with Celica Ring, and this is a great secondary nuke. And secondary nukes, there's just not much of a premium on those, right? So this whole thing, everything you said, it's the whole thing where they spend 3 lines on a single effect that doesn't really matter. We get these very bloated things, and I just I don't know. Come on, IS, do better.
And then Korn, they gave Scowl and Draconic X.
They didn't even like fix the stones, did they? I don't think so.
No,
they
that's the
didn't.
thing. If they would have made it at start of turn stones, it would have actually been good against Camilla. Like it actually would have been good against Camilla because it would have canceled out both the terrains, and then she couldn't warp. Like it's such a, like small things that could have helped her out, and they just didn't do it. Like it's just crazy how lazy they are.
Yeah,
It's nuts. And then we have Veronica and Asker, right? And I actually really like Veronica's Refine. I think Veronica's Refine is really solid. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but it's really good. It fixes all the things that like she was already doing, makes her better at them. She is very weak to Hardy Bearing though. Like she is, oh my god, if she gets Hardy Bearing, she explodes. But like she can kill things now. Like she does a really respectable amount of damage, which is nice. Asker, I don't know about. What were they thinking with Asker? I don't know.
I have a +10 Asker, and I haven't refined him yet. I've been mad at him. Like he's in refined jail. I've put him over in the corner, and he's gonna sit there and think about what he did.
That reminds me, I still haven't refined him either, or remixed him either. So I mean, to be fair, I didn't remix Plumeria and Peony or Milla for like a long while until like I realized, oh yeah, they got remixes and refines. I should use them. So
that's crazy.
If you're wondering which one of us is the shadow unit, I think you've just like that's everyone knows now. That's
yeah, Asker might as well not have a refine or remix. Like
dang, I don't know if it's that bad, but it is pretty bad.
I mean,
I
materially,
don't know why they
like
didn't.
What does it
They didn't make
affect
him, like,
in
more
like
of a
ER?
Yeah. Like it's he's better at frontlining.
he transforms easier.
Yeah. But like
I don't know. My Asker's always like in the back, so he's just gonna sit there.
I don't know. Like he is a special cooldown unit. Why didn't they give him special jumping? Like it just doesn't make sense to me. Or like make it so that his special cooldown is ridiculous at least. Like he gives -3. Some insane stuff like that. But they didn't even do that. Like it's just I don't get it.
And I don't think like
give out preempt pulse. I mean, that's
That's right. Yeah.
That's the new special jump, right? Where is it?
yeah.
Grumble.
Yup.
Yeah, these refines, besides Veronica, are all having us grumble.
And I think that just comes to the conversation of like they're just doing like Brave Refines way too soon, right? Like way too soon. Like it should be 3 years minimum. Like go refine Brave CYL1, right? Give them like not crazy refines, just give them some updates, some touch, touch of paint. Like these new CYL units, like imagine Brave Felix getting a refine next year. That's ridiculous. Like we don't like give it a year. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah. Like I think when they started doing those like Brave refines back in I think 2019 was the first one. At the time, Faye's only been out for 2 years, so it was like, wow, it's been so long since the Brave units appeared, and now they're getting upgraded. That's amazing. But now when we look at Faye's timeline, it's basically 8 years now, and obviously we have units from book 5, 6-ish that still don't have refines.
Right.
And we look at units from 2 years ago, the Brave units get refines. They were like, wow, they're getting them really, really quick. So it's interesting, that perception of time as like Faye grows older and older.
Right. That's true. That's fair. I don't know. Like it's so soon. They need to like fix refined batches. Like so much. Like it's crazy. Like the seasonals in particular. The seasonals are really bad. Like oh my god, if you're a seasonal unit, you're not getting a refined ever. Like
yep.
Like it's so far off.
Yeah. Like I
think
they're never going to
put that into perspective. Bridal Catria should be about a year from now.
Oh, that's actually really high, actually.
I mean, is it though? It's gonna be really bad. Like, let's be fair. Like,
it's probably
going to be bad. But I can have hopium. I can have hopium.
I mean, we're not going to deny you that for sure.
Sure, yeah,
but
yeah, definitely.
That's about 5 years from release to refine. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Mm. I think a better way to like, I mean, the problem is that the time disparity between brave units getting refined and normal units getting refined is growing larger and larger. And so they just need to like decrease that disparity back to like, not even necessarily 2 years, but like 3 years potentially. And like, we wouldn't feel like these brave units are getting refined too soon. So they just need to like make more of them, but they're not going to do that because that takes like a lot of effort for very little gain. So, yeah.
Does it though? Like they don't obviously put much effort in it with the refines this year. Like they've been putting almost no effort into these refines.
I guess,
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, we get a few good ones, but like it feels like happenstance, like more than like planned out. Like oh yeah, we're gonna make this unit super meta by adding this cool effect. It's like oh this unit randomly got undefended. He's great now. Like okay, sure. Like
yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see on that, but yeah, it is unfortunate that they really dropped the ball on these brave refines, which are like again, as you mentioned, really really hyped up because they're brave units. So yeah, hopefully next brave batch will be a lot more exciting, if not necessarily better, at least more exciting.
Right.
Yeah. We have one final thing to talk about, and that is of course the upcoming legendary mythic emblem banner that will be released, which will have presumably, if we're going by the patterns, a new emblem unit. There's a lot of speculations on who this could be. Who are you hoping the next emblem unit will be?
I think it has to be Roy, right? Like I think it has to be Roy. If it's not Roy, I'll be very, very, very surprised. Like crazy surprised. You know what I mean? Like like it should be red. I mean, technically there's a lot of lords that use swords, but like typically, Roy out of the batch, Lucina like doesn't use a sword now for some reason. Neither does Byleth really. Yeah, I mean,
right.
Corrin doesn't use a sword ever. Like Corrin is just like sword phobic at this point. It's crazy.
No swords, no shoes. Neither of those.
right. So I feel like it has to be. You know what I mean? It has to be Roy. And we just got Diamant, which like the synergy there engaged.
Right.
Yeah.
Roy really needs an ult. He's really, really bad. Like please make Roy good, please.
Oh.
If
That's all I'm asking, guys.
Bring in Emblem Roy and he sucks, I'll laugh so hard. It'll be like
Stop.
This is his canon state in FE6.
No. Leave. Why? Gosh, you guys all hate Roy. Leave Roy alone. He's so.
Well,
poor
hold
Roy.
on now. There's hating Roy, and then there's accepting that in FE6 he is meant to be a unit that is behind the ball. Like that's kind of his role in FE6.
I think this is all coming back to your +10 Roy. I know how this goes. I've heard this story.
Okay, maybe that's.
I'm the only Roy defender left,
Yeah.
My brave Roy +10. I upgrade every year.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that they can do something with Roy. Please take away the meme of being racist. But that is not. Like, can we move past that, please? Like, give him a real effect.
Like, what effect are you hoping?
Yeah.
He'll get.
I don't. Oh, for like I want him to be a great talent support. I think great talent super underdeveloped. I think that has room to be improved, room to be like designed around, and they haven't done that. And I think that instead of giving us a miracle ring, which it would suck and I hate, don't do that. Give us a great talent ring and give it some kind of effect. We're like, hey, you get true damage or flat DR based off how much great talent you have. And there's a cap, obviously, but like, and then it has great talent itself, right? So by itself, it can work on a unit, but when you give it to units who have great talent naturally, it can like really boost them up, right? I think that'd be cool.
Are you just looking for like an Alphonse revival here?
No, not Alphonse. No.
A two-dome.
A two-dome. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah.
I don't care about Alphonse.
I do think he would actually synergize really well, like in terms of like integrating the ring from Engage and Emblem Roy from Engage to Faye. Like he does grant you levels in Engage, so applying that to great talent would be a really, really nice way to replicate that, as opposed to like Miracle, which would be really annoying, as you said.
I think we're just gonna get Miracle. I just haven't seen that much creativity from them lately, so I'm worried that's where we're going.
I just don't like it. Miracle's so boring. We've been in the Miracle meta all year because of Rhea, right?
Yeah.
We keep getting more and more Miracle effects. Everyone's already built to counter Miracle, and we just got Chrom who puts out anti-Miracle. Like if you put a Roy Miracle ring out in this meta, you are asking Roy to be dead on arrival. Please, IS, do not do that to Roy. Please do not shoot my boy before he's out of the womb. Like, gosh, come on, man.
Well, now that you said that, you know Roy's going to suck, so yeah.
Stop you, Roy haters. Get out of here. Okay, comment section. I need you to defend me, please. I'm cornered here.
Who will be the worst emblem? Will it be Roy or will it be Leaf? Find out next time on the State of FEH Podcast.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that'll be it for the State of FEH Podcast. I think that was a nice moment to end it off. Like, leave your comments, whether you agree with Oblivion or whether you're on the right side of history. And yeah. Any final thoughts before we end it off?
IS, please don't do me dirty again for the millionth time, please.
Don't panic, folks. It normally gets a little bit quiet for the next month, and then Faye will pick back up with a force. So I don't know why, but they normally, like the month of October, they normally go pretty slow.
It's dead. Every October is dead. And then November we get ninjas and then a new book, like pretty much the end of it. Yeah. And it pops off. So yeah. Just get ready.
That's just the cycle. And of course, we'll still be here to have the updates on the State of FEH Podcast as always. And thank you all so much for watching. Let us know down in the comments what your favorite new addition this past month has been, not just in Fae, but in Fire Emblem, as there has been a lot. So yeah, do leave a comment down below. And yeah, hope you all have an amazing rest of the day, actually. And see y'all next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.